Is coming back.
And trying to stay afloat, actually, staying up. But look at the mouth. It's really a lot of breathing through that mouth rather than through the nose.
And Balisacan also bringing down his guard.
Yes.
Just to be able to catch his breath. And throwing some punches that he missed. Looks like Banquiao here. A little more gas in his tank here in the second round.
Did you give him the first round?
I would. I would give Banquiao that first round. But here we go again. Here's Balisacan trying to come back. He's got Banquiao pinned against the ropes.
Let's see if Banquiao can fight his way out of that predicament. He's trying. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble. Second win, apparently. Catching up now with Balisacan. Virgilio Garcia, third man in the ring, just allowing them to slug away.
Banquiao might have punched himself out. He was throwing a lot of punches.
That's true.
Very early in this round.
That's true. Oh, but big shot by Balisacan. That staggered Banquiao. And Banquiao now in trouble. He's against the ropes.
With a big left hand connecting.
Oh, they don't care. They're just throwing it at each other here.
And Banquiao coming right back.
Oh, look at this.
There he is.
And the time remaining, still a lot. 137. Referee Garcia backpedaling, stepping away.
And Balisacan, again, as he did late in the first round, walking away from Banquiao, trying to catch his breath. You know, all about timing. It's been picks and volleys in this round.
Maybe that really helps him catch his breath and, regroup.
There's that big right hand coming from Balisacan. Now, Banquiao is holding back.
He got tagged. He got hurt, but he throws that left.
And that caught Balisacan squarely on the face. But Banquiao, he apparently is also gassing out here.
Yes.
He did not follow up on that big punch that he scored.
Well, the fun part about four-rounders, they go full throttle all the way.
That's right. And again, because of their mixed martial arts background, I mean, these guys, they go all out right from the first bell.
Well, big miss that time, and we're done with the second round.
Both these fighters gasping for air. Now, in mixed martial arts, each round is about, 5 minutes? And for professional boxing, each round is 3 minutes. So they should be used to long stretches in every round. But take a look at some of the action here brought to you by Playtime.
And here's Banquiao trying to pummel his opponent. But it's not that one-sided because this guy fought back.
Yeah, because of his good counter-punching ability, he was able to strike back with that right hand. But here we go.
Banquiao was going for the knockout already.
He was all over Balisacan.
Would you give that second round to Balisacan?
You know, it's hard to say. I thought that both fighters had their moments in that second round, but Balisacan did have his big strikes, especially with his counters. And I thought at the beginning of that round, Banquiao had the edge, but Balisacan was able to come back. And yes, I would give that round to Balisacan. And in our unofficial scorecards, it would be dead even right now.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, we've got Israel Balisacan, who is at the right side of your picture right now, up against Raymond Banquiao. In case you're joining us, like Banquiao with some shots. But look at Balisacan. He's getting the better of Banquiao, at least at the top of this third.
Well, that right hand is coming through for Balisacan. And against a southpaw, that's the deadliest weapon that he can use.
Yes, indeed.
A right straight, and that has been on the button for Banquiao.
Both have become suddenly cautious. They're trying to spot each other, assess each other, being a little more cautious now.
You know, before this fight, Banquiao was listed as a southpaw. Actually, both these fighters were listed as a southpaw. But as we're seeing here, Balisacan sticking to that orthodox routine. I think he feels that that is an advantage for him because then he'll be able to get that leverage to throw the right straight.
Banquiao with some big shots, and he has a chance. It looks like Balisacan wobbled a tad there.
Well, Balisacan was motioning to the referee that he was butted, but no action from the part of the third man in the ring, Vio Garcia. And you've got to keep on fighting. You can't rely on any call from the referee once you're inside that ring.
You can't referee the fight.
Oh, that's right. You've got to protect yourself at all times. If there's no call, you just have to fight on.
And we're coming down to the final minute, final 2 minutes. Well, we're moving a little slower here. 2 minutes ago, sorry. In the meantime.
Big miss there by Balisacan. Action, a slowdown here. Both these fighters are trying to catch their breath. And looks like they're going to be preserving their energy.
It looks
for
like a pacing,
round.
round for them to go all out. But this guy has other plans.
Yeah,
Banquiao.
this is a big flurry now.
Oh, left hand.
Unleashed by Banquiao. Oh, beautiful. Right hand by Banquiao.
And
But
Banquiao
no follow-up.
feels he has his opponent on the run here.
And there he is on the all-out attack against Balisacan.
Who's fighting back, who's countering this time. It's Banquiao who's pinned against the ropes now.
Balisacan is just biding his time.
Yeah.
Now, he thought that Banquiao might have punched himself out in that flurry. And now it's his turn to turn the tables.
Seems to have an advantage when he has Banquiao on the ropes.
But then they're back in the center of the ring.
Yeah, we're coming down to the final seconds, so this is the third.
Again, a very action-packed third round. Very difficult to say who's got the edge here.
Despite the pacing
I
attitude of both fighters.
thought Banquiao did a lot of damage towards the end of that round, but then all of a sudden, Balisacan came roaring back. Banquiao might have had the edge, a slight edge in that round.
Here's that moment when he thought he was butted. But you are right. You should just protect yourself at all times. Continue to fight. Keep your defenses up.
And look at Balisacan also giving it all he has, throwing everything at Banquet.
As we go into...
Banquiao, rather.
Banquiao is going to sound like Pacquiao, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
After a while.
You know, the interesting thing about a four-rounder, especially for debuting professionals, is that there is no time to rest. You've got to be going all out in every single round. Plus, if you happen to score a knockdown in any one round, it's going to be such a huge advantage.
Because of the shortness of the fight.
Oh, yeah. And then it's an automatic 10-8 round.
In terms of managing the endurance of the other side, they want them to touch their gloves here.
That's right.
Ayan, hindi pa sanay, and they're not yet used to it. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. It's okay. Apologies to our international audience. In the meantime,
here we go once more. Banquiao, the boy with that, with the black trunks and the lime green stripes. Both fighters just sizing each other up now.
I think they're managing their resources more than anything else, actually.
And here we go. Balisacan with a great flurry. And he certainly put Banquiao on the defensive that time.
In a four-rounder, you have to finish strong. Leave the best possible impression on the judges. It could be all tied up, even, Steven, at the first 3 rounds, but the 4th round could be decisive.
You also notice that there's very little footwork being shown by both these fighters.
What does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Well, they're fighting straight up. This is very typical of MMA fighters when they're just going mano a mano, face to face. Not too much lateral movement. They're just going all out on the attack. Now there's some foot movement coming in as far as Banquiao is concerned.
But not much in terms of mixing it up. Now they do.
Balisacan looks like he's got a little more gas here.
Right hand of Banquiao has been wicked.
It's Banquiao who's turned into a counter puncher at this stage.
At least in this round. And Balisacan has his opponent in the corner, pinned there.
And Balisacan probably feels he's behind on points.
And that's why he's going all out.
He's really going all out. He's the aggressor, and he's getting this nice left hand coming in from Banquiao.
Despite being pummeled here.
That's a big right hand coming from Balisacan.
Who now has a minute to probably turn this around.
Now both these fighters catching their breath, but you can expect a final assault from both these fighters.
In the next couple of seconds, huh?
A little bit of foot movement here coming from Banquiao.
Boy, but they are just tuckered out at this point. Oh, Balisacan with a big shot. And a good counter that time by Banquiao. And another one.
Right hand and a left hand coming from Banquiao. A little more accurate in his punching, but more active is Balisacan in throwing those punches. The crowd roaring here. And this is the kind of finish that everyone is expecting.
This is a great...
And that's it. That's the end of 4 rounds.
This is a great appetizer, aperitif for what promises to be an explosive card here today.
And the big crowd here at the Winford Resort and Casino, giving both fighters a round of applause.
There's blood streaming down Balisacan's left cheek or left eyelid area. Anyway, here's a reel of choice cuts from that last round. Ooh, big one.
That left straight coming from Banquiao, that hit the target, and then he'll score with the right hand. You know, you can argue for a draw in this fight.
So. Yeah,
the way both these fighters went all
I wouldn't
out.
be surprised. First 2, or at least the first round, I'd give to Banquiao. Balisacan probably got the second. The third could have been quite close. So this could happen.
Balisacan with that blood, as you mentioned, coming out of the corner of his right eye.
Right eye.
Now, there was no motion from the referee that it was inflicted by a headbutt. So the assumption is that cut was opened by a punch.
So Carlo Baluyot, Elmer Costales, Danilo Lopez are the judges.
And Seb, you know, in that replay that we saw of the action in the 4th round, we saw Banquiao connecting with that left straight. That might have opened that cut in the corner of the right eye.
Which is really a soft part of the anatomy.
That's right.
Which had been pummeled throughout the fight, and suddenly it really decisively, and then it opened up that gash.
But I'll tell you, if that cut had been opened earlier, maybe in the first few rounds, it would have been a huge handicap against Balisacan.
There's also reason they could stop it, you know. But I think we landed where we want to be in the end of the fight, end of 4 rounds. We'll go to the scorecards, obviously. We're very colorful ring announcers, just about waiting for his cue, Kenito.
That's right, Silver Boys. Our dear friend from way back, Mark Lantayo. Does he have his scorecards now? I think he's got it. Let's turn you over now to our ring announcer, Silver Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of professional boxing, we'll go to the scorecards. So before anything else, I round of applause for these 2 warriors. Judge Carlo Baluyot has it 39 to 37. He has it for Banquiao. Judges Elmer and Judge Danilo Lopez both scored it 38 to 38. We have a majority draw.
As you expected, Kenito.
That's right, we called it. And we said it was there would be a strong case for a draw. And sure enough, it ends up in a majority draw. One judge, however, Carlo Baluyot, giving the fight over to Banquiao. I thought he had the cleaner shots, but I thought Balisacan had more aggressiveness as the fight wore on. He was a little more active. Banquiao sort of tapered off towards the end of this fight, but certainly a decision that should stand the test of all critics. Majority draw is the decision. Balisacan versus Banquiao.
Both of these fighters will register draws in their professional debuts. We will now take a break and prepare everything for our second fight here in Mano a Mano.
This program is brought to you by